Well, I can't believe it's actually happening, but we're here at Midsummer Scream, Awaken the Spirits. There's all kinds of stuff in store for us inside. Let's go check it out. We just got out of the 13th floor panel, and man, they've got a lot for us coming up. I'm super excited. They started out by talking about Delusion, Reaper's Remorse, which is an interactive horror theater experience. Now, they've been around for a while now. I haven't had the pleasure of checking them out, but this is the year. This is finally the year I'm gonna check them out, and their new experience sounds incredible. It's set in 1953. It follows a character named Esther Phillips, who lives in the Phillips Mansion, which is actually in Pomona. It's a real place in Pomona, and it looks incredible. She has all these haunted artifacts in her house, and we're gonna find out more about it as we go through the experience. It's an open world experience, and they also have VIP experiences, which you get to check out Esther's private collection. And as the story unfolds, more and more stuff starts to happen. And they are teasing this as being super, super terrifying. And in fact, some of the artwork they showed today really did look pretty creepy, so I'm very excited for it. Tickets are on sale now. They don't have a lot of them left. It's actually sold out pretty quickly, but they did release a few. So check them out online, and if not, perhaps next year, jump on it. But I'm very excited to check it out. They also talked about Hayride 2021, which is making a comeback. It's back at Griffith Park, and in fact, it's at a different part of Griffith Park. So they're gonna be able to expand a little bit more. Of course, all the town square characters will be returning in a much bigger area, and this time, Monty Revolta has taken over the town. He is now Mayor Revolta, which is hilarious. And of course, we're gonna have the Midnight Mortuary returning. It's being revisited. Trick or Treat is returning, and they're adding scares, a lot more scares to it, which I'm very excited about too. We're gonna be visiting the Dead End Diner, which is an actual diner where they feast on humans, and we're gonna see how that process happens, which I'm not looking forward to, but we'll see what happens there. And there will be actual dead ends in the maze. So they're gonna corner you. What that means for us, we'll see. It sounds pretty exciting. And also, the Hayride is gonna be completely revisited as well. They tease that it's about 80% brand new sets, which is really exciting. I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do with this. And there's also gonna be more scares and more actors. They also teased that the theming is gonna be a little more immersive all throughout the area. I'm talking gift shops and places where you can buy food and drink. It's all gonna be heavily themed. So I'm very excited for the return of Haunted Hayride 2021.
Welcome to the stage, the one, the only, John Murdy.
All right, we just got out of the Halloween Horror Nights panel. John Murdy took us on a fucking journey. But he gave us a lot of details about what's coming up. Specifically, he broke down The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, which is probably #1 on my hype list, especially now, after giving us a good peek at it. So it's actually a spiritual sequel to the movie The Bride of Frankenstein. The Bride of Frankenstein Lives is gonna take us on a journey that picks up after the Frankenstein castle blows up. The Bride of Frankenstein is essentially trying to revive Frankenstein's monster. The design of the maze is inspired heavily by Mary Shelley's book, so that explains the facade that we see that is a big book. So the bride is telling us the story of how she is trying to revive Frankenstein's monster. She rescues Frankenstein and is trying to bring him back to life using the blood of vampires, specifically the brides of Dracula. Locations that we visit are the blind man's cottage from the film, We end up at a church that she turns into a lab. We've got vampires in cages that are breaking out. There's a feeding room. All kinds of awesome stuff that happens in this maze. It sounds very, very exciting. We're gonna see different iterations of each character. So we're gonna see different iterations of the bride. We're gonna see the different iterations of Dracula's brides. And the story is gonna be told in 5 chapters within the maze, and it finally is gonna end in a scare zone, which is pretty exciting too. They're calling the scare zone the Silver Scream Queens with a Z, because of course. And it's inspired by 1930s horror trailers. We're gonna see a Noxuna moon, we're gonna see Dracula's daughter, we're gonna see the She-Wolf of London. Super excited for this. Again, I think it's #1 on my hype list, so we'll see you there. All right, it's day 2 of Midsummer Scream's Awaken the Spirits. We just got out of the Six Flags Magic Mountain panel. Some pretty exciting news coming out of it. The maze lineup is gonna be pretty much the same as it has been for the past couple of years. They did announce a new scare zone, which is basically cyberpunk zombies and kind of a gauntlet scare zone too. So that's pretty exciting. And they also announced 2 new shows. One of them is called Dark Minds. It's a mentalist show. And the other one's called Grave Games, which is gonna have fire throwers and archery. Sounds pretty exciting. And they also announced that the Sliders of the Night is gonna return, the Six Flags Magic Mountain Sliders, with an all new show. And we're also getting Unleashed, which is their opening ceremony, which is also gonna be at an all brand new location by Twisted Colossus. They also said that the coasters in the dark are gonna make a comeback, which means that for their major coasters, they're gonna turn off the lights. And lastly, they announced that tickets are gonna be on sale probably next week. And they also said that they have more dates than ever available for Fright Fest. So Fright Fest 2021 confirmed, it's happening. Some exciting stuff heading our way. Let's do some more exploring. Well, that's gonna do it for our time here at Midsummer Scream's Awaken the Spirits. It was a great time. I wanna thank everyone that put together the event. Honestly, I didn't think we were gonna get it this year, but here we are, and I'm just excited we did. We laughed a lot, we screamed a lot, we bought a lot. So I'm excited to see what's gonna come down the line with season screamings. And then of course, I'm very excited for next year's Midsummer Scream 2022 at the Long Beach Convention Center. It's gonna be awesome. And well, don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Hauntline. You can also visit us on the web for links to all of our stuff. You can download our podcast wherever you download your podcast. And until the next time, thank you for calling The Hauntline.